Hey, Viking fans, this is Keith Millard, and you are listening to the One Bar and Lupicus Show. Go Vikes!
All right, it is that time of the week where we will be SKOL'ing with the enemy. We are on with the man, the myth, the legend, MicroMike from Detroit Lions Talk. Familiar face of the show. We've had him on a couple times. No doubt the best Lions YouTube show out there. Check him out. We got the links in the description. MicroMike 0-4. How the hell are you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm personally doing fine. Thank you for bringing me on the show. I love to get scalded here. It's going to be a punch in the face, just like this season has been. 0-4 with more O's to go.
MicroMike, confidence is high, but I'm gonna throw you a bone here because we had Mike on prior to the season, just as far as just kind of expectations, what we could expect as Vikings fans for the Lions bringing to the table. And when you came on, I went back and looked at it. You said, ideally the Lions get about 5 wins, which still isn't crazy. I mean, maybe you can tell me otherwise as we go through this, but 5 wins. But your main thing was that you wanted the Lions to buy into the coach. You wanted the Lions to buy into the culture. So while the wins might not be there, how are you feeling right now as far as what your hope was as far as that?
We're competing in every single game. The issue for the Lions is not, the toughness. It's we have lack of talent. But the talent is competing. That's what you want to see. You want to see these guys fight to the end. And every single game, we've fought to the end. Even though we're getting the L's every single time, this team's not giving up. So we start off slow, but we compete all the way to the fourth quarter. Bonehead mistakes happen, but clearly this team, the players, are buying into what Dan Campbell is selling and compared to what we had with Matt Patricia, who they just could not stand.
So Lions 0-4. You've lost to the Niners, Packers, heartbreaker, the Ravens, lost to Chicago last week. Is it fair to say the Lions are as bad as their record?
Yes, it's absolutely fair to say the Lions as bad as their record. The issue is we have, first off, we came into the season with a lack of talent, and that obviously was not good. But then we're getting injured rapidly. We got Jeffrey Okudah out for the year. Romeo Okwara, our best defender, just put out for the year. Frank Ragnow, our best player on offense, he's not going to be playing in this game. Taylor Decker, he's been out for the last 4 weeks, probably going to be out for another couple more weeks. You have all these injuries and a team with a lack of talent. You get a lot of bad play, you get a lot of bad losses, and that's exactly what we're seeing take place.
So Taylor Decker, tell me about your left tackle.
Taylor Decker, he had a finger injury. Not 100% sure exactly what happened there.
Finger? Can't you put a club on that thing?
Yeah, that's what you would think. But obviously, it's clearly worse than we would expect. But yeah, he's down for an injury. He won't be playing on Sunday. They say doubtful, but he's not going to play on Sunday. And our starting left tackle, though, is Penei Sewell. And he's had a mixed bag so far this season. The first 2 games, he was shut down. But the last 2 games, he got exposed a little bit. The blitz is killing him. The blitz is killing our offensive line. And I expect you guys to continue to do what the Bears did and what the Baltimore Ravens did, is blitz and get to our quarterback.
Well, all you guys got to do is worry about Danielle Hunter, put everybody on him because no one else can get their ass to the quarterback, and you'll be just fine. So just load up on the right side. So going into this game, I mean, from a Vikings perspective, Vikings are 1-3. Confidence is very low at this point, just like Detroit Lions land. But we're going in this game, Detroit coming to town. I mean, this is a game that the Vikings have to win. They should win. And the way we see it right now is if the Vikings were to actually lose to the Lions on Sunday, I mean, shit's hitting the fan. The fire Zimmers, the yard sales is going to start to happen. What's the Detroit Lions fan base looking at right now? I mean, are they just like, this was expected? I mean, what's the gut feeling around Detroit?
Surprisingly, a lot of people thought the Lions were going to come out and be world beaters. A lot of people predicted us to go to the playoffs. I don't know where that came from. I believe this team was in utter rebuild mode. So the fan base has now kind of realized that this team is not good, after 4 weeks of play, and there's a lack of talent. It's clear as day when you see the film. It's clear as day when you see what's taken on the field. But no one's calling for anybody's heads because we understand this is a rebuild mode. Everybody understands that, with what this regime gave to this head coach and gave to this GM, he has really nothing to work with. He's having to do a painting without any paint and a finger for a paintbrush. So it just is what it is. We understand what's taking place. We're not upset. We're not in the fire Dan Campbell, like maybe you guys are with Mike Zimmer, or how Nagy is right now with Chicago. But, it still sucks.
Speaking of the new regime, I mean, 4 games in, very, very small sampling, but what's your take on Mr. Jared Goff? His numbers look good.
His numbers look good. Here's my take on Jared Goff. I think he definitely gets a lot more heat than he should. I think the media really destroys this guy, says he's the worst. He's not the worst, but at the same time, he's not the best. He's not the problem for this team. This team has just issues all over it. But in my opinion, for the long term of the Detroit Lions, he's not the solution. So could you win with him if you have talent around him? Absolutely, you probably could, no doubt. But is he going to be the savior for the Lions? Is he going to take the Lions to a playoff game? I personally do not believe so. His issues with is scanning the defense, see who's open. There's been countless times where he has missed an open wide receiver, and you can't do that, specifically 3rd and short or 4th down. We've seen that multiple times. And he is kind of slow when he turns around, tries to hand the ball off. He's slow with the read, so he'll get hit. So we're seeing some issues there. And it is what we kind of thought he was going to be, around 15 to 20 ranked quarterback.
Same theme, small sampling, but Dan Campbell, you love the guy?
I do like the guy. He made some bonehead decisions in this last game, but again, he's a rookie head coach. This is his 4th game he's ever done with the Detroit Lions. I love his attitude. He's straightforward. If you ask him a question, he answers it directly, and that's something that we have not had here in Detroit in a long time. We had that Patricia, that New England Patriot style where you just blow everything off. If you ask him about a player, he'll tell you, this guy did good, this guy did bad. We're putting Jamie Collins on the trade block. He's completely upfront and transparent. That's what I like. With that said, he has made some questionable calls on 4th down. He seems to go for it every single time. Sometimes you got to be able to kick the field goal and take the points that's given.
Hey, we went for it on 4th and 6 last week instead of taking field goal, and that burnt us right up our ass. Did not help the love for Zimmer. So I hear you there. So Kirk Cousins, even though the Vikings are 1-3, Cousins is surprisingly off to a pretty damn good start to the year. Not a fantastic showing against the Browns, but when this guy has a clean pocket, he has been performing at a very high level. Lions defense looks like they got about 9 sacks, 3 from Mr. Charles Harris. What can we expect as far as a pass rush on Sunday?
It's going to be different now because first off, we don't have Romeo Okwara on the field. Now he would command some double teams. He's no longer there. I think Trey Flowers is going to come back in this game. I would expect not a lot of sacks. I think you're going to see some blitzes. We definitely blitz more than we have in the past, so expect some blitzes. But at the same time, Charles Harris will get one in on you, maybe 2 sacks for this game. Just kind of looking at it, I would not expect anything more than that.
Well, the Vikings offensive line has been pretty brutal. They've been very up and down. So if we only get 2 sacks on Sunday, I'll be a very, very happy camper. But looking at the Lions depth chart, I mean, you can tell, like you've said, I mean, they're in a rebuild mode. They're going to be moving up, but even with your injuries, the offensive line has got to be something that gets you excited for the future. As far as the future, that's got to be one thing that's pretty solid. Is how far off am I?
Well, right now there's injuries, but if you take those injuries aside and you look at Frank Ragnar, Taylor Decker, Penei Sewell, and Jonah Jackson, yeah, it's a solid for sure. But right now there's just we're hit with injuries, so it's probably not going to look that good on Sunday. But again, that's an asterisk there. We're talking about Frank Ragnar is not going to be playing. Taylor Decker's not going to be playing. You're putting Penei Sewell at left side and Matt Nelson at right side. And we just picked up a center from the Houston Texans who potentially could be starting on Sunday, a guy we literally picked up today. So I would expect us to get beat up a little bit on Sunday, but the ceiling for a line is very high.
Once again, MicroMike joining the show. Best Lions YouTube channel out there. Check him out. How many subs are you up to? 15,000, 16,000?
I am near 16,000. I think I'm about 10 subs away from 16K. So, man, getting there.
10
getting there,
subs.
you know.
Shit. There you go, Vikings fans. Come on, throw him a ball. Let's get him over 16,000, and then maybe in turn he can give us about 8,000 in return. But no, MicroMike becoming a fan favorite of the One Bar and Lepagus show. We love having him on. So put your GM hat on. You were the Lions GM for 10 minutes. You got 10 minutes to make a move before they fire your ass. What move are you making right now?
Right now, like I would be trading players away. I'd be trading Trey Flowers away. I'd try to get some draft capital for him. I would look to see what Taylor Decker you could get for him. Right now, it's a $28 million cap hit if you traded him away. You would have to blow me away. You have to do a Laramie Tunzel trade. I'm not looking to acquire any talent. I'm not looking to trade players in. I'm looking to get draft capital because we need to win in the draft for this team to get better. We need to get draft picks. We need young talent. And right now, as we're 0-4, we're probably going to be 0-7. It would be pointless for the Lions to go ahead and trade 4 players we're not going to be making no playoff run. We're going to be closer to top 5 draft pick.
Lions are going to be sniping those first-round picks. You got 2 first-round picks for what, 2 more years?
Yes, we got 2 first-round picks this year. We got the 2nd pick right now currently and the 26th pick from the Rams. And then the following year, we got our first-round pick and another first-round pick from the Rams. So the future is bright with the draft. All we got to do is hit on the draft, and we can turn this ship around.
So you mentioned a few weaknesses on the Lions heading into Sunday. What would you say is the biggest weakness where the Vikings could take advantage this Sunday?
Lions secondary is absolute cheeks. You guys are going to eat this thing up. I'm talking about every play should be a 50-yard bomb. It seems like every single time we turn around, there is a massive touchdown done, a 50-yard bomb, 60-yard bomb. We have our number 1 starting cornerback is a 5th-round pick last year, 2 years ago, Amani Oruwariye, who's a good corner. Not as a number 1, though. He's more of a number 2. Our number 2 right now is an undrafted free agent. Our number 3 is an undrafted free agent. Our safeties are, I wouldn't even say both of them are starting caliber safeties right now. Will Harris, he is absolutely awful. And Tracy Walker is the better of the safeties here, but he's still not doing a great job. So with Thielen and Jefferson, Kirk Cousins, you guys are going to put a clinic on us.
Well, I'll tell you one thing's for sure. I will steal the term cheeks in upcoming episodes because you've said that a couple of times, and it's really warming up to me.
That's exactly what I look like. When we look at this film, it's just like, I don't know what else you could say. It's just hairy cheeks. That's really it.
Hairy cheeks is even worse. But the thing is, when you say the Vikings should go deep on you, we will throw a 3-yard flat to CJ Ham on 3rd and 17. And when you're watching this game, you'll be very surprised as far as a lot of people are calling for Zimmer's head, mostly because just these weird ass decisions he's making. And you will see a couple of them. I guarantee it on Sunday. We're just like, wow, I can't believe they did that.
If they don't go play action deep on us, there's a problem with Mike Zimmer. Because if you look at wide receivers are open everywhere. So you guys should be, every pass, in my opinion, should be like 20 yards or more. You're going to get first down every time.
Well, as long if we're getting some space in the running game, which appears that you guys like to give up some yards on the ground, the play action, Kirk Cousins, when he goes in play action, has been fantastic. It's just they don't seem to do it enough. And speaking of yards on the ground, the Vikings are giving up 135 yards on the ground. The Lions are right with them. I think it's 130, something like that. Not fantastic. Can we expect a fairly heavy dose of Mr. Swift and Jamal Williams on Sunday?
Yeah, The issue is how much we're going to use each player. We seem to be using Jamal Williams a little bit more than DeAndre Swift. I think Jamal Williams has been a little more effective. But, yeah, we just got to stay with the run. We can run the football. A lot of people may not realize this. The Lions are pretty effective running the football. The issue is we get down quick, and we're behind a football team, and then we have to pass. We're down 14, 17 points already. So if we can stay within a manageable reach of you guys with a point spread, your fans should expect us to run quite a bit. Absolutely. Our run game has been effective.
Yeah, DeAndre Swift. I mean, I think he's pretty damn good, but for some weird reason, I'm more scared of Jamal Williams on Sunday.
Jamal Williams has been doing a lot well in between the tackles. It's hard to tackle him. The first guy can't tackle him. He's done an excellent job. Now, DeAndre Swift last week was getting tackled by the first defender, it felt like every time. We're using him a lot in the passing games. So expect a lot of short passes to DeAndre Swift. That's kind of where his niche is right now for the Lions offense.
Well, hopefully Vikings fans are definitely hoping Anthony Barr is back on Sunday to help stuff those short passes, but we will see. He hasn't played in about 18 straight games. So while I could say who's your MVP through 4 games, that's lame. So I want to know who your least valuable player is through 4 games. Who is one guy is out on the field that makes you want to tear out your cheek hair?
That's definitely safety Will Harris. He shouldn't be on this team. He shouldn't be in the NFL. He's the worst safety that I've ever seen with my eyes. He's terrible. Wow. I mean, I'm seeing people get on 15 yards on him. Every single play he's exposed. We've been calling for this guy's head for a long time, and I think that Dan Campbell finally kind of realized that. He was stating that he's going to bench some young players this last press conference, so I'm kind of hoping that they bench him, maybe put in a veteran like Dean Marlowe, something to stop this back end and Will Harris for being on the field.
All right, Will Harris, there we go. Hopefully they pick the shit out of him and go over the top on him. Once again, MicroMike, thanks for joining the show. Check out his channel. Links in the description. As we wrap this up, I mean, I get a feeling for your expectations on Sunday, but there's got to be a part of you looking at the Vikings, looking at that 1-3 record, that think there might be somewhat of a chance. What are your expectations going into this? If they do rip off a win, will you get some hope moving forward, or just kind of is what it is?
Yeah, I don't have us winning this game. I have no hope for this. I just feel like your guys' offense is going to tear us a new one. If we won, it would be shot. I would be absolutely stunned if we won this game. I expect the Vikings to win 42, Lions 23. You're going to see a defense that is laughable on Sunday. We'll be able to score some points, but you guys are going to tear us up.
and that's why we love MicroMike, because he doesn't sugarcoat things. He says how it is. He's not drinking the blue Kool-Aid, and we love it. We appreciate you hopping on again. Check out the links below. MicroMike, fantastic as always. Appreciate you hopping on, man.
Hey, appreciate you getting me on here and talking with the Vikings fans. Hey, let's just have a good game on Sunday. No injuries.
And also, I must say, you go live on Sunday, right?
Yes, live watch party on my channel. Hey, it doesn't matter if you're a Vikings fan or a Lions fan. I'm very unbiased when I'm doing my play-by-play. I like to kind of dissect what's taken on the field, regardless if it's the Lions or the opposing team. That's just the best way to do it. We can see what is going on here. You know, who's doing something good, who's doing something bad. So if you're interested in that, we do have the game audio as well. Come on down, man. Let's have a great time.
Absolutely. I can vouch for that. I watched a big chunk of the Ravens game with Mike, and it was good. I mean, I felt for him at the end, but it was a good show. So check it out, man. Mike, thanks again.
Thank you, man.